Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Is there snare in my headphones?
Not snare in my headphones, Eminem.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Have Marci on Us podcast here at 7 Mile Radio. As usual, Lee on Monday evening. I'm going to give everybody listening a chance to share this post because once again, Facebook still be hating on me. They don't really allow me to share much. I actually went to jail today for about 10 minutes.
Marci.
I said 10 minutes. I went for 10 minutes.
Oh, no.
For 10 minutes.
Had to appeal?
I appealed.
And you won.
And I won.
Free my niggas today off.
Okay.
But then what they say, we're still going to restrict you with lowering the timeline for 3 days.
We're going to
bullshit like that. Huh?
We're going to. I'm still under restriction for like 30 days,
See,
but
that
was about to be up. But you know what it was about? It was because somebody made a comment and said, "I'm glad there wasn't mics and stuff on Mario Kart when we played Mario Kart," and I was dogging Wario out. Okay, I said I want to kill him.
First of all, why did you put page asterisk LL? You gotta start using your asterisks. If they can't see the whole word, they give you a little bit more freedom. You gotta start using your asterisks.
Yeah, I used it for my
talking in like pig Latin or something. We got to start switching this shit up.
I'm trying to EOK that it's shade.
The haikus aren't even working. So I want to welcome back two of my favorite guests. Hey, Kiara. Hey, Alita.
Hello.
Welcome back. You all have not seen them in a few months because life be lifing. Life be lifing, and I'm just glad and grateful that they're spending their very valuable time. Excuse me, my phone. Very valuable time with me. Definitely missed you, Alita. How you been?
I missed y'all too. I've been all right. The school year started back up, and so is fuck these kids. Yes, sir.
Do. And we have another person, Kiara, my sister, who also works in the educational system. I want to thank you for being here also. How have you been? Happy belated birthday.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for saying happy birthday. Yes,
Virgo.
I'm still celebrating.
Are you?
I am.
That's what's up. When was your birthday?
I'm not done partying Friday.
Friday?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of time.
Okay.
Friday to Friday.
Yeah, we had a bonfire and everything at her house. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Thank you to our educational service employees. Everybody just, pray for them during this school year.
Real hard.
Yep. So I'm going to get right into the meat. Let me put my glasses on.
Meat to meat. Y'all remember that song? That was crazy.
Meat to meat.
That was a wild time on the internet.
I haven't heard that song, but I wouldn't mind.
It was some like random internet song like take that rubber off, fuck that whole meat to meat. I thought it was pretty catchy, and then I couldn't find it no more. I'm just saying.
I don't know if my mom's watching or not, Alita.
Sorry, Mom.
God.
Hey.
Today's
Oh my goodness.
today's topic is the illusion of inclusion.
Say that again.
I'm gonna say that again. And I'm not the first person I've heard say it before, but the illusion of inclusion. And we're going to talk about topics today that can kind of can piggyback or take away from that saying. So we're gonna go back. I want to do a warm up and then just talk about when black people. It's about black people when we first decided to start feeling included. Okay, as far back as when we were trying to integrate just for basic human rights,
Are we going as far back as like passing? Niggas used to be trying to pass.
Niggas still passing, man.
What's
they
her
still
name?
passing.
Rachel don't.
Dozell, yeah, she has a braiding shop in Houston or Texas somewhere.
Who let her do that?
But
a braiding shop in Houston.
It's a few things that have been going over the last week that made me wonder the state of Black people and how far and how validated we feel when we are included in certain situations.
What type of spaces are you talking about? Being included where? Clear that up for me.
Well, white platforms and white precious white spaces.
Precious white spaces. Okay.
Spaces that they believe are exclusive to them.
Hey, we were just talking about that before the show.
Yeah, we were. We definitely were.
What y'all say?
I was talking about how I was riding through Grosse Pointe, just enjoying the scenery that she was experiencing. She shared an experience with me where she attempted to go to the beach and found out that they weren't
You?
welcome.
Yeah, I attempted to take my kids.
No
to the beach.
Negroes at the beach.
And we got there, and they said residents only.
That's it. That's it right there.
Because we know you don't live here.
I don't live here.
We know you don't live
My
here.
kids. Not me and my kids. Couldn't live.
Couldn't
No, I don't want
possibly.
to, but okay.
Man,
No
and that's
Negroes
the
in
shit
the
right
water.
there. Man.
But it looked very beautiful. I wish we had access.
Fuck that
to
beach.
Okay. I was gonna say platforms like
The beach
presidency.
didn't do anything. It was the people there.
Man.
I'm not gonna blame the beach.
All right, fine.
They just turned y'all around and walked y'all to the car.
We didn't even get out the car. I'm glad I couldn't be like,
Ma'am, don't even get.
funny.
They said.
The ma'am, don't even get out the car, ma'am. Ma'am, put your car back and drive.
Residents only.
Can you imagine the radio conversations they was having when they seen you pulling into the neighborhood?
Beautiful Black woman with her family pulling.
They
in the
probably got a
neighborhood.
secret code or some shit.
Of course
Like
they do. Of
code,
course they do.
code 10.
Code
Every time you see a black
17.
person, code 10.
Nigger alert. Wow, we.
Grosse Pointe, dang, okay.
Yup.
I mean, I'm not that surprised, but
I'm not that surprised. That sucks though.
I wasn't thinking so much as a beach as those kind of precious white spaces. I was speaking of stuff like, recent stuff like presidency or Disney or award shows.
Bring back the Source Awards.
Bring back the Source
Yeah.
Awards. Or even certain job positions. You know?
Definitely.
I know, like...
But see what we just did was show you that it's everywhere from the beach to corporate America.
The beach to corporate America, precious white spaces. And why do we feel like, not saying you going to the beach will make you feel accomplished. You were just trying to do something every day.
I mean, it's been
But-
hot. I'm just trying to get my last little bit of water in.
Get my
I
little
feel
dip
you.
out.
Put my toes in,
But spaces like the other ones, like we mentioned, why do we feel very, very validated and accomplished when we do this, when we are able to penetrate those spaces? For example, like education. Even when we decide to integrate schools, did it really benefit us like that?
I think it was a bad idea.
Yeah, did it really benefit us like that? My dad talked about when he went to all black schools. He's from Tuskegee. They would get hand me downs and stuff from the schools, like down from the books all the way down to gym shoes and stuff and jerseys and stuff. So what makes me wonder is when we did integrate into these schools, what were these white people thinking? Like, did they what point were they like, okay, we're gonna let them come in? But I wonder what their plan was.
You know what they was thinking? Oh, fuck it. They wasn't thinking like, okay, yes, let's include this group of people because it needs to be a fair system. They like, oh, fuck it. They keep complaining. Why not give them something?
Also, I'm wondering if it was even further than that. Okay, we have a plan. We have a plan for y'all to integrate with us now. Now we're ready for us to integrate. Now we're ready because what did those schools become the new urban public schools, and then they sprawled out to the suburbs?
Precisely.
And the same cycle of bullshit was happening to now these public schools. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Most of the urban schools are with black and brown children.
Like the neighborhoods.
They are.
So, granted, they're not in the greatest shape. These schools are not in the greatest shape either. Some of them are closed because they don't have air conditioning. I've never heard of that in anything across 8 Mile.
Man, we just had to push through. But it also wasn't hot like this back in our day.
So it makes me wonder, like, after they do integrate us or include us in things and then go to shit, like, did we really think that we were going to be able to? Hey, we're going to be able to experience the same thing as little white kids were experiencing.
Did we ever think that?
Did we ever
I think we thought that.
Or did parents put these kids in places where it was like, oh, let's try this, and the kids are feeling like, I don't want to be a part of this bullshit. but the parents are thinking, okay, if they're here, then that means something. Cause I don't like it personally. I don't like trying to like infiltrate, and especially with schools and kids. When you see these videos, did y'all see that video where they was putting cotton in a little boy head, talking about it was a joke?
See what I'm saying?
Like stupid shit like that is why you could just go to school with black people. Like you don't have to try to fit into these spaces. They not trying to understand you. They trying to make a fool of you. And
they don't want you in these spaces.
They don't want you here.
No, they don't want you there. They don't want you there. But that too, they don't want you to be whoever the hell you are.
No, you can't be unauthentic.
When you know who you are, it's a lot of power in that. So I'm spending time trying to conform to this and be basically Caucasian.
Hence the reason why they whitewashed a lot of our historic figures and just history. Period. I ain't gonna say just historic figures and tried to make it their own.
Yeah, Texas is definitely still not trying to educate people anything about race. What they call it, critical race theory.
Oh man, they getting in trouble down there for even thinking about that.
Texas is mighty funny to say that. Don't they have the death penalty there?
I believe so. They can
So
still
those
hang
type
you.
of people are making those kind of decisions.
They can still hang you.
That's scary.
As far as I know.
Crazy as hell.
So that was just to get the audience a little warmed up about what we mean when we talking about inclusion. So when we integrated in education, we really thought that was going to be a large term, but here we are. We see our public school systems and the way our public school children are treated. I mean, Detroit Public School is totally dismantled. They're a whole nother district, community district, damn near charter.
DPSCD, something like that.
Right. So last week, I don't know if Little Mermaid came out last week.
The trailer for the movie.
Oh, what? It was just a trailer?
It was just a trailer.
It was just a little preview, a little sneak peek.
Yeah, the movie has not.
The
actually,
movie not even out yet, and it's a whole lot of hullabaloo.
I thought the
It's
movie was
bad
fucking
already.
out.
I thought the movie was out.
Well, you know what?
I thought it was out.
No,
I didn't know.
it's just a trailer.
I don't know.
It was just a teaser trailer, I think.
Because
like,
of all of the fanfare that it's been getting. I thought that the movie was out. Like,
It's not out. That's why they had.
couldn't
What's
have-
the creature in the Little Mermaid? That big lady that got the purple hair.
Ursula.
Ursula. We don't know who's gonna play Ursula yet. There's
So
someone
all
like
it
hints
means
out
that
like
they-
who might play her.
that they putting
But
out
it's
is
not out
fake.
yet.
I thought they was doing Melissa McCartney. That's fake.
I thought it was Queen
Maybe.
Latifah.
Girl,
Look, I keep hearing that.
Oh shit!
I keep hearing about that. Everybody keeps saying that Queen Latifah.
if they make
man.
this movie with more than one black person, the white people are gonna shit. Oh my god.
And it's so funny. Look, first of all, I just want to say I'm grateful that I don't have enough white people on my page to on my Facebook friends list, and the ones that I do have on my Facebook friends list have not voiced anything like this about being upset about a black person doing Little Mermaid.
I had
They
not
are
seen that.
up in arms.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it on my Facebook, but I've seen some
It ain't
things
enough
from
of us mad about a white man playing Jesus, but I'm not gonna say nothing about that.
Or any other white person playing what we say Egyptian
Yeah.
people,
Egyptian,
or any kind of African where they put white
Anything
they
other than
they loop the hair through the bottom and then make a dreadlock or something, and I got like a bunch of those weird ass dread hooks
Like
coming
they'd do
out
some
there.
shit. They'd do some shit like make a movie Martin Luther King starring Mel Gibson or some shit,
yeah.
and then we just supposed to be like, yeah,
That's history. That's history. That's
That's exactly how that goes.
Mel did a good job. Let's give him an
Let's
award.
give him a round of applause.
And they made those little memes about how what if white people remade the movies.
I enjoyed that.
I seen that.
I would love to see the version of Set It Off with Melissa McCartney.
Please.
Please.
Please make that movie.
Make it happen, please.
Oh my goodness.
So, Asian guy, this one Asian guy in the comments somewhere said that Little Mermaid was being blackwashed. It's not fair to blackwash any of these Disney movies. I just did not know you all
Where was he
held.
when they were whitewashing things? I just want to know. He just stood
Wait,
up all
you
about
That
talking
works.
talking
whitewashing real actual figures and real
I'm
moments
like,
and
are
real
we
history
talking about
a
versus
word-
a fucking
a
cartoon,
mermaid?
He probably
a
never
fictional
used the
ass
word whitewash
cartoon.
at all. That's the killing part.
A mermaid.
I want to see
y'all.
Terry Crews as He-Man.
A
Let's do that.
mermaid.
And then bust out with the and I need you.
Let's keep whitewashing there. I mean, blackwashing everything. Then
And you know what? And when they say blackwashing, they assume that this was some type of affirmative action to get black people into playing these roles. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe some of these movies were with the white people like, we're going to do something. Because it happened around the Black Lives Matter situation a lot of the times where they had these black stars replacing the white stars. I don't know if it was to pacify us or to make us feel like, oh, hey, you're included. You can do this too, But this is not the case for Halle Bailey. The producer or director of this movie said that she literally auditioned, and she was the best audition.
Imagine.
And she got it.
Earning your spot.
Exactly.
Literally earned her spot.
They can't fathom it. They outraged.
Literally earned their spot. And I know a lot of black people are thinking of... They probably didn't think this way. They thought that somebody gave her a chance to play Little Mermaid.
You think black people was thinking that? Or you think white people was thinking that? I don't think black people was thinking that.
I think a lot of us...
I think we know.
I think when we get in white precious spaces that we honestly most of the time think that we were let in off pity or some type of affirmative action.
Who's thinking that? Identify yourself, black people. I would like to know. No. They not thinking
when
that.
they put Halle in the Little Mermaid situation, I thought, hey, we're trying something black. I didn't know that it would be like... I honestly didn't think that I thought they reached out to her. I didn't know she went out to audition for it. I mean, of course, I didn't know it was like, I didn't think it was on her radar, really. I want to play Little Mermaid, but I guess that's, that's my ignorance. But I thought they would have reached out to her.
Disney's kind of big.
Disney.
Like, if I had a chance of playing a Disney movie, I would definitely do it. Cause
what movie would that be?
Came from Disney, right?
What movie would you do?
They would not invite me. They would not include me in Disney.
Who is the character you would do?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let me be.
I want to be Pocahontas.
Okay.
Wow.
I can see you doing that.
But she did do some stuff that was questionable. But I still want to be Pocahontas.
Okay. Pocahontas. Nah, I got nothing. I don't know. Give me a sew-in and let me do Rapunzel. Something like that.
Who they said?
42
who did they say
inch
should do
weave.
Rapunzel? They said, who's the Aquila and the Bee?
Oh yeah, they told her. They said get some knotless braids and have her. Man, that
what's her
really
name? Kiki Palmer.
Yeah, really turn the white folks up.
They said let Kiki Palmer do Rapunzel. See what
I think
happens.
that's a good idea. But is Disney
They
not
had a
big?
meme up with the hair with Rapunzel. Said no, was it Tangle or the Tangle? I think it was Rapunzel, and they said don't touch my hair. I loved it. That was my favorite one. That was my favorite one.
That exactly be what a black Rapunzel would be. I'm letting my hair down, but please don't touch my shit.
So here go my question though. Is that not the goal? Like, is Disney not big? If I'm an actor, for real, don't I want to, like, make it to Disney?
No. I have never been offered millions of dollars to do anything, so I'm not going to criticize anybody, but Disney was a racist motherfucker anyway. And honestly, I just believe that they didn't deserve Halle's talent.
Did they make this fuss when Will Smith played a blue-ass genie? Did they do this, or are we just...
That is very interesting. Will Smith is an exception. That's how you know there are exceptions.
Okay.
There are exceptions.
He was blue.
Will Smith can do it. He's one of the exceptions.
What's the difference?
He is an exception.
But the point is, Disney is a goal, even for an actor such as Will Smith. Why they mad? Everybody want to do Disney. If you're acting...
It's a precious white space.
Fuck that.
It's a precious white space.
Because it's an illusion of inclusion.
She's not being... She is being included. She's being talked about right now. Is it included?
No,
is she included?
She's
But
not being included.
their angriness.
She's being...
Right. Yeah.
You telling me all
so they
these
let
little
her
black
in the
girls-
party, but they don't want her to dance.
All these
basically.
little black girls that's watching their TV like, oh my God, this is amazing. She looks like me. She's not being included. They're not including her, but we're including her. I feel like this is a great accomplishment.
First of all, it's definitely a matter of representation.
Yeah, I'm proud that she's representing us.
Of course we're including. Because we feel included. That's us being included. So of course we feel it. But as far as them accepting. Let's change include to accept.
Okay.
Right?
Because
no,
why
they're
do we
not.
wanna
They're
be
not
accepted?
accept. No,
Fuck
they're
that.
not accept. We don't give a fuck about
But
that.
see,
Of course,
that's
we know.
what
But what it is we see how they think about us and how they feel for real. What it is, that's what it is. It's not about us feeling bad because if they feel like that. We know who they are and why they feel like that.
It makes me want to kick down more doors. It makes me want to send more niggas.
Makes me want to build my own house, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
there you go.
tired.
I'm trying to prove to them.
of going back and forth with
because
these people.
That right there is almost trying to prove it to them. Not send more. Let's prove it to them.
I mean, we can play for fun.
Separating from them is how we prove
at a
it.
time, please.
For fun, we can go over there and we can take these roles. We can get this and that from them and show them that. But that should be for fun to me. That should be for our entertainment to me. I think that we need our own platforms instead of trying to fit into theirs. When we fit into theirs, we're not really, what is really fitting in? Then what we lost all of us at that point.
And we gave them all that money.
Let me ask you this.
Is basically allowing the illusion of inclusion.
What would have happened if Haley would have been like, yo, I'm in the next Madea movie? We would have clowned her ass. Tell me we
That's what Lita said.
I can't say that. I can't say that we won't. I'd have been like, you didn't want to get paid. I don't understand.
That's why I'm on the fence when we say build our own house. I agree. But as soon as somebody do, we shit all over it. The BET Awards, Tyler Perry films.
The BET Awards didn't get shot on for a long time. We shot on the BET Awards because they started selling out and doing some weird ass shit.
They did.
And then come on, let's be honest about the only thing that we got to compare to is a Tyler Perry when it comes to Hollywood. And like
that's all we got.
He don't really put out, you know.
He don't like black women.
I'm not gonna say quality black films, but
no.
he doesn't put out well-rounded enough content for me to say
he
that
don't
he
have
is the
he don't have enough writers in the room to
Yeah.
really get everybody's story. He's telling his story.
He definitely has
over and over.
a motif that he kind of perpetuates.
He has a thing that he does, and that's what he does.
And I have a hard time with Tyler Perry because of the way he started off was pretty much a minstrel show.
Yeah.
And he's like he had to take us back to bring us forward kind of thing. I mean, with his accomplishments and what he's contributed to as a result of the money that he's made, you know, that's definitely some of that stuff is definitely honorable. But I cringe, you know, at a lot of the work that he's created.
It's so stereotypical.
And that goes back to a point that your husband made yesterday. When I was talking to him a couple of days ago when we were in the kitchen, and he said, well, the lane that black people had when it came to getting into Hollywood or entertainment in general,
we had to get in the door.
We had to get in the door by acting a damn fool.
Shucking and
jiving from the very beginning. Yeah. We could perform on stage
to this day. And you telling me that Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish don't have to do a little extra tappy tap?
Tiffany Haddish came out with tap shoes on.
She did.
It was terrible. I can't stand her.
But then the white people started liking her, and so then she calmed down, and they stopped giving her roles.
Yeah, she's easy to book, but I mean, she was easy to book while she was,
and now we see the situation that she in now.
And we can talk about that in a minute too.
Shit, I forgot about that shit.
Because I didn't even get a chance.
That's a whole nother show.
Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to talk about that.
Invite me back next week.
Yeah. So, and the point to what Danny made was, it related to our title. That itself was also an illusion of inclusion because we could perform on those stages, but we could not walk in the front door. We had to enter and exit at the backstage. So it's
just like they like to use black as their address, but they can't really live there. Shit, right? You know what I'm saying? They like to do and be everything black, but they can't relate to us to the point where they.
What did Paul Mooney say?
Huh.
Everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga. Y'all want to have a little taste, a little sample, but when it's really time to go through what we going through,
like I said, they want to use black as their address, but they can't really live there.
Yeah. While it's cool. While it's cool about it.
It's a fad instead of like real life for them.
Yeah, I don't think Hallie was like, oh, I want to get in this white space. No, she's a musician, she's a performer, and she probably saw a role that she really, liked and enjoyed. But
when you sing and act, Disney is the wave.
Disney is the wave.
I ain't mad at
it. Yeah, I ain't either. I'm proud of her.
I'm just tired of this.
I'm tired of the jargon around it. Like I said, I can't believe the movie hasn't even come out yet, and all this.
Ooh,
all of this just off of the face of who man.
They is uptight about it.
But like you said, do we have large enough platforms to eliminate the desire for Disney?
Not yet.
But
I do see people coming for it though. I feel like Issa Rae is on her way to like not creating, but like hosting these spaces for people and their voices. She's somebody that's like new that I see that's like, okay, she doing this, she doing that. If we being honest, 50 Cent doing it too with what he doing now.
Absolutely.
I ain't seen all the spinoffs, but that they having them. These new actors are getting involved in them.
Shout out to Daniel Bellamy, our homeboy, our old schoolmate.
Woo woo.
Woo woo.
And it's like we just gotta get more people being more consistent with opening these doors so that we take it serious. So that it's not like, oh, get to these white spaces we belong. It's like, oh, we gotta keep creating until it's not white space and black space. It's the space where we fit the best. Just happens to be our space,
and we respect it as such, because you find, like you said, Sorceroids and BET Awards, we don't respect those as much as we might respect the Grammys or
I used to love the BET Awards.
We take a lot of pride in those. I'm sorry, we had a lot of pride.
Enjoyed
the Source Awards
era. Yeah,
we could really be us. I know the Source Awards was ratchet as fuck, but
it
was like the one time where we could really just let loose.
What happened? What happened?
Mark, what happened to the Source Awards?
It just got a little ratchet. It got real ghetto.
I love ghetto, and I love ratchet.
Yeah, right. But the thing about it is, in corporate America, right, and especially in that day and age,
here we go.
In corporate America, in that day and age, it wasn't. You know, I want to say that it was to the point where it could have gotten out of control. I mean, we see what happened with the East and West Coast beef. You know what I mean? The Source Awards was the central nucleus of that. You know what I'm saying?
It was the on-site awards.
Yeah, this is the ground zero for the East Coast West Coast beefs, basically. You know what I'm saying? So
we can't control these niggas.
and then with that being, what it was in that era of music and in hip hop, they couldn't let that grow in that direction. They couldn't let that grow
because they can't control it. We can control it,
Yeah.
but they can't. But the fact that we can control it means that we're gonna run the way it goes.
The fact that we were controlling it is a testament of why it was going the way that it went.
You think?
I'm
Because
positive.
I think it come back to just the authenticity of it. I mean, at our core, we not about to sit back and take disrespect. And sure, that looks like violence to the outside, but that looks like
it was a bad time. It was a time and place for everything. That was a bad
it's
time.
now a better
and a bad
time?
place.
You think they would receive it better now?
You know what? Yeah. You know why? Because number one, the hip hop industry is generating a lot more money than it was 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And
That's crazy because I haven't bought an album in decades.
Yeah, that's
but
crazy.
Okay.
Right? That's crazy. I mean, because the thing about it is, we have a new generation of
white kids saying the N-word.
A new way.
Yeah, that's what it is.
A new generation of consumers and a new way of consuming the product, and the way that we consume the product is not the way that they consume it now. So that's the reason why it's a change in the
got
revenue.
TikToks,
you got all of that shit.
You were so right.
Streaming
they
and
consume
all
it
that.
differently.
It's a different wave nowadays
we
than
went
it
in
was.
music videos and 106 and Park and concerts.
That's what
and
made
a little bit of
and then on the flip side of that, right? A lot of the industry, a lot of the artists has gotten smarter on their business, right? They're more so creating their own companies and their own brands and their own labels as opposed to trying to be assigned, right? It's more independent nowadays, so they're making more money, and that's part of the reason why. So now I think it'll be a little bit more respected because now we're making more money. You know what I'm saying? Number one. Number two, it's just getting to the point where we know that we need, we all are in agreement somewhere in the back of our minds that we all know that we need something for ourselves and shit.
And we
now,
do.
And now that we in the information age, we got all of this information and money flowing and shit like that. Let's do it. Like, it's the time to do it. Everybody it's a lot more coming togetherness now, especially in the hip hop industry that we seen back then. We got Nas and Jay-Z and P. Diddy and Khaled and all of them on the same room. Meek Mill, Rick Ross, all of that, just conglomerate building.
Are they doing that? Are they building? Are they deciding to build together?
Well, I mean, you see them networking at least together. I mean, you see, I remember that time, that era where that picture where it was all of them, Future and all. I mean, just the fact that it was them kind of moments.
But are they working though? Are they? I mean, I hear you.
Well, I mean, you see,
and I hope they are.
You see Rock Nation, right? I mean, that's basically what that was the start of when that moment when that happened. You know what I mean? So we got people like Jay-Z that is changing the industry in small strides as well.
And that's what I was going to say. A lot of people don't actually. We just see the results of Beyonce and Jay-Z's work. We just see the results of. We just hear about the donations or something. We just see the projects. We just saw Tidal come. We never knew how long it took him to work on it, and we never knew how long. We didn't see everything he went through to do it. So it's like we kind of. I don't want to say that. Easier said than done. I don't want to just say shit. And in
regards to, do we know if they're working together? Like when it comes to celebrities and things like that, as far as what they do for the community and all of that, why do we have to necessarily know everything? Sometimes it's not for us to know. right?
Yeah.
Because it's about keeping things under wraps so it's not attacked when it
Yeah.
comes to
Right.
building things and
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side of it, it's like, you know, you don't want to get into like when they talk about philanthropy and doing shit for the community. You don't want everybody to see it because now it's like, oh, he's doing it just to be seen. And then when you don't see it, it's like, oh, well, he ain't doing nothing because I don't
Yeah,
see
you
it.
right.
So
You
it's like,
right.
damned if you do it, damned if you don't. So the fact that we see that movement, like I feel, you know, I got enough understanding to know to feel like they putting something together. They all in.
I got a feeling
cahoots.
something's going on too. I got a feeling, especially as far as sports also.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
they
went
definitely
into
can
the
see it
sport.
in the sports area.
Like
for sure.
we talked about this. I think you might have been here. We talked about how the coaches were being let in the NFL to a certain height, though, to a certain level of employment, and about how just like it's mostly black football players, but they want to keep the black,
Mostly white coaches.
mostly
Owners.
white coaches and owners
yeah.
and management and staff.
Didn't the owner
So-
just get like
They wanna keep
fined
them
or
what?
sued or something like that for like some racist comments they made?
Was it the Dolphins? No,
I don't remember.
One of the-
Was
I'm
it?
not sure.
One of the
It was
coaches.
somebody, an owner or something like that, got like suspended and fined because everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga. Apparently.
And then the NFL put out, tried to put out little initiatives that were pandering to black people, which goes into my point where I talked to Tiffany earlier, where she gave me an idea. These affinity programs that we have in companies where they're supposed to be help the staff become more aware and include black people and make black people feel more comfortable and appreciated in these establishments. However, when it comes down to the actual operations of the business, that's not necessarily reflective. They'll do February Black History Month stuff, put the kente cloth cakes out, and
Troy
say,
Troy Lynn said we're talking about Robert Saver, the owner of the Phoenix Suns.
Yup, the owner of the Phoenix
oh,
Suns.
this is in the NBA.
I knew it was some sports team. The owner of the Phoenix Suns got fined and suspended for talking reckless, like making racist and I think maybe sexist comments. And this is
shit.
like you said, we the whole face of the NBA, and sure we getting more head coaches, but these owners at their core still feel like they feel. What was that dude
My
a
thing
long
is
time
this,
ago?
like, I feel-
Donald Sterling.
I feel like
Yeah.
we're in the same. Like, it's crazy because at the same time that we're making strides, we're still in the same spot, right? Because if they're allowing us to be billionaires now, right? Keyword allowing.
I was
us.
just about to say that one more time.
They're allowing us
to be
Allowing us
to be billionaires now.
That's a wild statement.
It is a very wild
I had to
statement.
say it again. If they're allowing us to be billionaires now, where in the fuck are they financially?
Okay, that's what I'm
Hello?
saying. I think they
'Cause if
always
y'all
got a
can-
plan.
If y'all can touch this him, then we definitely got to be way up there. If we let you
know
in
that this
there.
thing is designed to keep us in a certain spot, even, you know what I'm saying, still nigga, Jay, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You know
and
this
he
thing
even
is
knows
be
it.
designed in the same spot. If they're allowing us, you know, and then small pockets of
Allowing
groups
us.
and shit, you know what I'm saying?
And it
to
ain't
be
even just
billionaires.
one no more. It's a couple. So where are they at?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh
like,
yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
So,
Damn.
in relation to the affinity programs, Kiera, I mean, at these corporations and companies that make black people feel comfortable but won't enforce it in their actual workplace, you said you had something to contribute to that point.
That's super true. Like, it's a toxic workspace. Corporate is a toxic workspace. It's toxic workspace everywhere, but at
Yeah.
work. And what's crazy to me is, so the situation with the Little Mermaid, you see how much racism popped out, right?
Yeah,
You will go to your place of work and you'll say there's racism here, and they're like, no
No,
way.
it's not.
No, it ain't.
because we
How?
just had a country dinner for
How
you
is
in
this
February.
the only place
We just had a black
It doesn't
history
have it.
potluck.
This building is racism proof.
exactly?
It's a
We
it's
put
a
up- we
racism
put up-
umbrella
yep,
over the building.
The
and
ArcNet.
We soundproofed it. You can't hear
Yeah.
nobody saying nigger anything anywhere around this building.
Man, so
soundproofed
yeah,
it.
no.
That means they still saying it. You just can't hear it.
There you go. We soundproofed it. I know.
That's like putting black people in support staff roles and telling them when they want to promote, oh, you need X, Y, and Z. They get X, Y, and Z. You don't hire them. You hire a white person with less credentials, did not have to do anything that on the list of things you told the black person to do, and then you hire that person, and you have the black person Train them.
You know that overqualified shit was created for us, right?
Ooh.
How the fuck can you be overqualified? I was just
I was thinking about that
That's
the
what
other
I
day.
wanna do.
Because
I was
we
thinking
get to-
about
we-
good
because
times.
we're moving on up, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about good times. He kept hearing, I'm overqualified.
We're moving on up.
Can
So
you-
now we gotta
Interesting.
keep a reason to keep you out of this
Keep
circle.
you right where you
Yeah.
at.
Keep where you at.
You're threatening to my position.
Yeah. You're overqualified, so you came in here. You're too qualified. You're too good. You're too smart, right? But damn,
That
is that a
doesn't even
bad
sound
thing?
right.
You'd rather. So what you're saying on the flip side of the coin is you'd rather have somebody who's not good enough, who doesn't foot the bill. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Who can't fill the position.
It won't threaten. It won't make you feel threatened while you're at the
That
top.
you
Because
can
what
keep-
was the
that you can keep-
justification for that anyway?
You can keep
that
because I
whole
can't keep
thing?
you in that puppet master role. I can't control you. You know what I'm
control you.
saying?
Like, what employment law? I want to know what was the justification they even used to put some type of employment law like that in there.
Is it a law or is it just
It's just something
they be saying.
that they throw in. You overqualified for this.
Well, I guess they didn't have much union. I don't know how the unions were then.
I tell you
that-
what changed that. The
We don't-
pandemic changed that.
What they're saying is we don't have any other reason to disqualify you, but you're black, so we're gonna.
So we're gonna tell you
we're gonna
got
tell
you
you
too
got
good.
Yeah.
And hope that makes you feel good about yourself.
That's ridiculous. That's like that reminds me of unconscious bias. The word unconscious bias.
That pissed me off so
Bullshit.
bad.
Racism.
Unconscious bias.
Unconscious
They really
bias.
found a way to make white
Do
people
you-
feel
I'm gonna say,
better about
do
being
you
racist.
understand that means it's in you and it's just seeping
They're
out?
unconscious.
Like you're
bias.
not even thinking about
Yeah,
it.
that's
You
making it
just
worse.
biased.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
You have
telling
a
me you
defect.
on,
So you're
on
defective.
biased
So that's- so that's to
autopilot,
say- that's to
and
say
I'm
to
supposed to be
people
like,
that-
yeah, that's a good
That
idea.
sounds like a defect to me. You're
That's telling
defective.
the people that you're biased against, right? Like I know I'm biased, but don't charge me for it because it's not intentional. I'm just like this, but you just have.
Why
to
are you
It's
like
just
this?
in
It's just
me.
in
Because
me.
you're racist.
It's seeping out of me, but don't
That's why-
worry, I'm not even thinking about it.
But I
so
wanna-
it's all good.
But I want to make you feel better about how you really are. So I'm going to call it unconscious bias.
Man.
Hey, you're racist. No, I'm not. Okay,
I
you have an
literally-
unconscious bias. I'm listening.
racist autopilot.
I literally went to
auto racist.
Auto racist.
I went to a student service meeting about the same thing, and I worked with a lot of white people, and they were mad at the end of the diversity training. They were pissed.
Oh, they get so heated.
We had our speaker
walk
was
out that
so
bitch
real. I
red
can't
as
remember
hell.
their name. I wish I could remember their name. Was so real about everything, and they were just couldn't handle it. They were literally red
Red
walking
in that
out of
bitch,
there.
yeah.
They
It's so
never
hard to
they
look
talk-
in the
I
mirror.
heard people say, "I'm gonna call off the next time they do one of these."
Because
And I'm like, what's
I don't
the
want
problem?
nobody changing my mind about how racist I am. I don't even want these thoughts.
No, they was
seeping
mad because
in.
she called them all pizzas. She got mad because the speaker
Shit.
called all of them pizzas.
Tell
She
me
said all
more.
these pizzas are the same, and then you have this pizza with, or this, but this is a cheeseburger or some shit like that. She did something, and they didn't like being, I guess,
They didn't like being called
they
cheeseburgers.
didn't like being called pizzas.
Oh,
But she
okay.
called everybody pizzas, right?
Who was the
everybody,
cheeseburgers?
everybody in the room.
No, basically what she did was make them feel like she was being racist against them as an example.
Oh,
Yeah. Imagine an unconscious.
Oh, what's that
Like
lady
that
name?
white lady though.
I'm
Hold
about
on,
to say,
wait.
what's
Listen.
that lady name?
She was. I already got you, leader.
I forgot her
She
name.
was in the classroom, right?
Yes.
And she said, raise your hand if you would want to be treated like black people are treated in America. And none of the white people raised their hand.
Not one
The
motherfucker.
little
that-
short white lady with the glasses.
Yeah. So she proved the
Yeah.
point basically. So if you didn't
They-
raise your
they
hand,
hate it.
if you didn't raise your hand, then that is proof
That is a
you
problem,
know.
and you
And
know
you're
it's a
conscious
problem.
of it.
You
You
know
are.
it's a problem, and you ain't doing shit about it.
But you've been raised to believe and know, and you're constantly
Fuck that.
It's constantly enforced on you. It's constantly enforced that you're better and you deserve more than the black people around you. It's like
Yeah, that's why they want to call it unconscious bias. They
Do
don't.
y'all know the
they
story?
don't want the future generation of white people or little kids who have never heard anything fucked up to go
Don't
and say
forget.
this doesn't make sense.
Don't forget, we're better.
don't forget. I've bartended at some really rinky dink places before.
Jane
And-
Elliott.
and-
That's the lady
Jane
name.
Elliott, exactly.
Thank you, Apple.
Thank you, Apple. Shout out to you, Apple. And I caught me the fuck
She
off
said Jane
guard.
Elliott is my nigga.
She my nigga too.
Caught me off guard. Like I served a black dude, and this white guy was like, I know she not about to serve him before she served me. in 2019, some shit like that. And I looked at him like, really?
I would have been like, sir, you can get to the back of the line. It's my
right
world.
here.
You trying to live in it.
2020.
Reverse races. Uno reverse. Boom.
Oh my goodness.
As far as these
And skip you.
programs, for your $2 Budweiser, we can get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck on somewhere.
So as far as these programs that Tiffany's talking about, we can go on a larger scale. The organizations that also were created to force these on corporations. My favorite is all the paint wasted on the streets to say that Black Lives
my
Matter.
gosh.
That was the biggest waste of money and waste of paint.
What a performance.
What a performance that I
We
could
was
imagine.
like, they was driving past kneeling on the street by the signs. I wasn't
What?
one of those.
They was kneeling?
Them black people was taking a knee and putting their hand in the air.
Oh yeah.
Excited
yeah.
about these words on the ground. Listen,
Taking a knee.
Listen, please. I get excited about that action, not the words on the ground or the performative type things. That's like that Pepsi commercial. That's not unity. Show me unity.
And honestly, I'd much rather you kill these programs and just give us equality in the workspace. Like
I
you
thought she
can't.
about to say reparations. I was about to say yes.
Oh well, yeah,
Give
that
me
too.
some reparations.
Yeah,
Honestly-
who the hell said no to that in the first place?
Give us the money. You wanna have
saying.
these programs to pacify whoever, us and the white folks in the building,
Because they feel good about it. Look what we did, y'all.
just do what you're supposed to do.
Man.
Those programs were put in place just so they didn't have to end up doing what they're supposed to do, prolong what they're supposed to
It's
do.
really simple. Just treat people right.
Reparations is outdated.
And
We've been fighting that
fairly.
for so long, right? We got to do the modern day. We got to put it in modern terms. You know how they switch the words, everything. Now,
Okay.
like I said, I don't know if I had the discussion on the show, but I'm trans financial.
What?
Here we go. It's trans jokes. We're not doing trans jokes.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
Trans.
I was born in the wrong tax bracket. Treat me like the billionaire that I identify as. And when I walk in the bank, give me my money.
When you get $1 billion,
That's my reparations.
when you get $1 billion, please throw me $100 million.
I will. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that goes for you too. When y'all get $1 million.
Yeah.
I'm just-
heard that.
As soon as I do.
I really want y'all to do that. Shout out to Cheryl
Lee Ralph.
Lee Ralph. Oh, we got the same middle name.
Auntie D.
Marci Lee.
Which dream girl was she?
I believe she was Dina.
She was Rita Louise Watson mother on Sister Act 2. She said she couldn't sing in the choir because singing does not pay the bills.
Okay.
Listen, give her flowers. She should have been had them, but I'm glad she just got some new ones.
I just want to know, like, is there a way we could have made her feel as accomplished as she did when she won that Emmy? Is it the way the community could have made her feel as validated and accomplished? She feels like she was Hollywood finally was recognizing her. Is there a way we could have shown her more appreciation so she wouldn't feel like
It's tricky.
somebody else had to do it? Like,
It's tricky because she was my homegirl. Like, literally, like, I definitely remember these iconic roles I feel like she played in. But I'm just me. I mean, we just in our living rooms watching TV. I'm sure when she started her career, she wanted to be the Hollywood, hit.
if she was on TV, I mean, she had some nice
Man,
runs,
Great runs.
But it's the
But
recognition.
what can we do? Like, and that bring me back. Where the Source Awards, where the BET Awards for all these lanes that we stepping into. They wasn't trying to get those awards out, and now do the BET Awards still come on?
They're very BET
so.
Awards damn near whitewashed almost.
Oh man,
But yeah.
Say it again, Marcy.
Whitewashed
Whitewashed?
almost.
Damn.
I know that.
I would try to say that, but I'm just not.
I know the whites
White.
own BET now. but
Man.
White.
What? What happened to Deborah Lee?
Oh,
She's what?
She was
don't-
already half white. You didn't
What?
see it?
Oh yeah,
look,
I did.
I might
notice
be
it.
outdated here.
She can't
Listen,
read.
because
You
I do
didn't know
not
that?
listen to the new music these days. I'll be very honest. So that's why I asked, was the war still coming on? But what could we have done other than what we do? I mean,
For her to feel like, oh, at 66, I'm finally getting my recognition. It's like, damn,
I think she got to go viral on the internet. That's how we pay our flowers. Right
a
now.
TikTok.
A TikTok or something. That's how we acknowledge, like, we remember you and we, yep, do it, yep.
So Deborah got to have a TikTok, as you say?
No, Cheryl.
Oh, Cheryl.
Cheryl.
The owner.
Remember
Yeah.
Jennifer Lewis was she was doing reels and shit.
And she did get some internet flowers.
She did.
She got a lot of internet flowers.
Because she blew up from them viral videos. We was sitting at home watching videos. That's crazy.
BET
These,
is now
all
WET.
the shit she
it's
did.
wet now. It's not Bet TV. It's wet.
Wet TV.
Damn, wet TV.
And I have not seen Abbott Elementary, but I know it's a great show.
Listen, it took me a really
haven't
long
seen it
time to watch it, but please watch it. It's so funny. And at first, I'm
I
like,
bet.
I don't want to watch it because I'm a teacher and this shit probably
Right.
fake and stupid. It's so relatable. It's
I wanna see
relatable if
it.
you was ever a student. It's relatable if you work in school still, and it's relatable if you just black. I don't know. I like it.
What's the name of it again?
Abbott
Abbott-
Elementary. I'm so proud.
It's
of
about an
Quinta.
underfunded school in Philadelphia,
Hell
correct?
yeah, they are underfunded wherever you go. But yep, that's what it's about.
So they say that she got her highest honor, television's highest honor Monday night for Best Supporting Actress. So she's a kindergarten teacher on the show, apparently, right?
Yes, yes.
So I'm confused. Supporting actress is
So you're not like the exact main character, but you're up there.
that's what I
So
thought.
that's
The
what
next-
the support.
maybe the
Yeah,
next
you're like
one.
you're within that. So she's not the main character of the show. That probably would be Quinta, but she
That's what I
definitely
was
has a
thinking.
very
One of the-
important role on the show. I can't imagine a show without Mrs. Howard.
She said this is her first nomination and her first invitation to the awards.
Can I say something? Can I be honest? It might be controversial. I was very mad at that Negro spiritual.
And I'm about to say that, like, all right, now.
I was angry at the singing. I'm like,
And it was beautiful singing.
was.
It was beautiful singing, but I was just like, all right, don't do this for these white people. Stop it.
they
You
in
gave it
our
out the
business.
sauce. You gave it out the sauce.
Business.
Yeah, just
No.
do that in your living room. Don't be up here thanking master for shit. I mean, so I was in choir at Renaissance. I was in choir at a few places, and sometimes when we go to public places and we go out to eat or something, our director would have us sing a fucking Negro
No.
spiritual. I sang Negro
Nina
spirituals.
didn't have y'all doing that.
Oh my goodness.
Shout out to you, Nina. I love you, but we
Nina,
were
you
singing
didn't have
Negro
them. You didn't have them
Sing
in Old
one,
Country
Marci.
Buffet singing.
Sing one today.
Negro
Y'all was in the
spirituals.
Cracker Barrel singing Negro spirituals.
Just one. At least
Keep
one.
so busy working for the master. Keep so busy.
Stop it.
And we're singing that shit. And these
Keep
people-
so busy working for.
Y'all
Wait
was
a
not
minute.
singing
Come
that.
on,
in the
Praise
brand
all
down
of
Cracker
my
Barrel,
time.
dog.
To praise my Jesus all of my time.
The bringing down
To
the house
praise my
is going on
Lord,
here.
I don't praise him. The rocks
Stop.
gonna cry out glory
Oh
and honor. And them white motherfuckers eating that damn country steak. That's right.
And Cracker Barrel
That's
singing
right.
this
That
shit.
just seemed like it came from a snip from a
I-
19.
I need to.
30s
I'm going to
movie.
write a letter.
I'm like, I hope we got our food free or we got a big ass discount because and that wasn't just her. I had some other
Y'all might
directors
as
do
well
that
been in there
too.
singing "Nigga Love a Watermelon." Ha ha ha
Ha ha ha. Okay, because they still were watching us, making sure we weren't stealing
Well,
in the damn gift shop.
Oh my God, I can't believe that. If I would have known,
I know. Whatever. We
one
asked you to
stealing
join
in the
choir.
gift
You
shop.
didn't join choir.
because y'all
They
was
the ones be
singing
doing all
Negro
the
spirituals
stealing.
in Cracker Barrel.
They be doing all the stealing.
Oh, definitely do.
All the stealing. Shirley Ralph said she recalled years ago Robert De Niro told her Hollywood ain't looking for black girls, but you can keep going. You definitely keep going. You know his wife is black too. Not that matters anything, but I guess he calls himself, telling her the truth, But like I said, is there anything we could have done to prevent her from going up there singing "Is Master going to sell us tomorrow"?
Time the hell out. I didn't hear the song. Is that what she actually said?
No,
that wasn't what she said. That was from Bringing
You
Down
just
the House
never
with
know
Queen
what to
Latifah.
expect these days. You really don't.
I don't
know.
even remember what she's saying, but
She said she's endangered species.
yeah.
That is by Diane Reeves. Endangered species.
Okay, but I
At the
still
Emmys,
don't
yeah,
like
you
it.
are. You are
Yeah.
at Emmys. You
I
absolutely
still
are.
didn't like it. I wish she would have got up and said, "Thank you. It's about time."
About
I
time,
told y'all
motherfuckers.
Right, I told y'all niggas. I told y'all.
I told y'all I could act.
Exactly. But the
Here
singing
go this little
really,
award. Here go this little. Okay, your little award.
I wouldn't have
She was
showed up.
dropping-
I'd have just had sent somebody to accept my award
my
on my
behalf.
behalf.
like
Oh,
Beyonce. Like Beyonce.
Yep.
Mail me my awards. Me and
How
Jay-Z
dare
are-
you not show up to the award ceremony? We allowed you to win this.
Cut the Beyonce
Man.
voice on though.
Mail me my awards. Me and Jay-Z are out there on the back.
Man, she's saying on
Cause
that
her-
stage.
Are we gonna go see the Women King? Are we gonna?
I've
see?
heard great
Oh
things.
my God.
I
would
don't
like
go
to
to
see
the
it.
movies no more.
Can y'all
just
go?
because-
Can you go research the original Woman King before?
Oh,
you
there
see
was an
it?
original.
Just go, don't do some. I'm not going to, don't, I'm like
I
the
don't
dude
know
from
anything
Reading Rainbow. Don't take my word for it. Go see the book for yourself. But yeah, please, go research the real situation before
I've
you see
heard
that.
good things about the movie.
But okay, but just research the real.
Anything with a bunch of black chicks,
Or maybe after you watch the movie, then go research it. Then it'll make sense to reason why. Again, like you mad at the Little Mermaid, but then y'all just did this. Oh, okay. Just go ahead and do some research.
Okay, we'll check it out and we'll talk about it next week.
Okay.
I want us to also talk about another angle I had about the illusion of inclusion, related more so right here to Detroit City. Mm-hmm. So Michigan, we got $105 million grant to revamp 375.
Is it a revamp or was they trying to call it an undo or something like that?
So
tell us about it.
They have plans to eliminate the sunken I-375 freeway through Detroit and replace it with a lower speed boulevard at city street level.
Let me ask you a question. When 375 was built, what did it replace?
When 375 was built, it displaced about 150,000 black Americans.
So now they're trying to undo.
They got rid of Paradise Valley and Black Bottom, which was an essential business district and living quarters for plenty of black families who have been displaced and may or may not have recovered since.
So probably like the 7 and Livernois business fashion district with apartments, right? And then they just ran a fucking freeway through it.
Like they did many black communities in the U.S. For the same reason. It's like a very hard redlining, a very aggressive redlining.
So they think they're giving us a gift by saying, "Oh, look what we about to do.
Look what we about to do.
We about to give y'all shit back."
We're really about to monopolize that area even more and control it.
Man.
And they're giving us the idea that they're doing it to help us and make things better based on what they did before. So they call themselves, this is going to bring those communities back together. Honey, they're gone already. They moved to, they already moved.
And then the thing about it is, what this is really is the final stage of what they wanted to happen when they ran the freeway through the motherfucker in the first place.
Right. Or is it a result of who's in Detroit now?
That's what I'm saying.
It's going to connect these neighborhoods on both sides of the freeways. Who's there now? Who's there at those places now? They're gonna have it. They want to have a walkable, leafy concourse integrated in the community with lined shops and restaurants, homes and pedestrians on the eastern edge of downtown Detroit.
Oh hell no!
I'm gonna go ahead and agree with Apple.
Shit don't sound right.
It just sounds like gentrification to me.
But they're trying to put it under the guise of this happened this many years ago, 1965. This freeway was built, and we displaced all these families. It says displaced more than 130,000 people.
And we can't afford to come back. Thanks. Next.
Hundreds of drugstores, barbershops, restaurants, churches, banks, and businesses in the area. They're going to try to make this some kind of smart street. Like, they're going to make it really high tech. What the fuck do y'all think happened to those families that you displaced? You think they went to go work for Google? Are these resources really going to be for them?
They ain't worried about it for real. They just trying to make it seem like they are.
The street was built for the ease of suburban commuters, so they could easily get from the suburbs to downtown without going through trenches.
Make them have a safe route.
This is going to start in it's going to start in 2025. They're going to have bridges and all kind of shit that's going to connect both sides.
They're going to make the people mover connect to that too.
Are they going to put the Q line on it?
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Q line. I forgot. The people mover old school.
Have you all been on the Q line yet?
No.
I don't think so. Maybe.
I mean, it just screams gentrification, of course. The project will improve safety. Thanks to the construction of wider sidewalks, bike lanes.
Shooting in the air. If you got a gun right now, go outside and shoot in the air. Just to remind these white folks that we is not playing.
Yeah, it's been about 8 minutes since the last pop off. Yeah, I think it's time for another one.
Maybe shoot to the ground, because what go up must come down. Shoot right at the ground, but just shoot though, because these motherfuckers is comfortable.
It just sounds so fake.
Sounds very full of shit, and it's gonna be counterproductive.
Envision the elimination of 375 as a way to reconnect the once predominantly black neighborhoods when it was built in the 50s.
Okay, wait a minute though.
Go ahead.
What about Canada? Because isn't that the area that kind of splits the 75, 375.
I
They
think
get rid of 375. Am I
think
right?
you thinking on a different part
Oh,
of
okay.
75. You got to think a little bit more north, like
Okay.
just right past downtown, but not that far. That's a good question. Where the fuck are they talking about?
It's that little annoying ass stretch of 3. I don't really have a good
I'm so bad at directions.
yeah,
But I think-
downtown. I'm not that great.
But I think that they talking
When
about
you're on 75
Uh-huh.
and you turn on the 375
Yeah.
right when it start to get to the freeway before you get to downriver and shit, that area right there.
so a little bit past Canada then.
Canada?
Remember,
I'm talking about
you
the
know
bridge.
that exit
Yeah,
where it be like,
yeah.
don't
the
go
dumb,
this
yeah,
way.
that
Yeah.
dumbass exit.
Yeah,
and shit.
is it past that?
so it's
See,
saying
No,
nobody
it's prob-
knows.
Here we go.
Nobody knows.
City lights intersections along the boulevard will be at Jefferson, Larned, Lafayette, Monroe.
I know all those
Macomb.
streets. Okay, so not
The
so kind of
bridge.
in a Greektown type area. It sound like
I don't know. I try to.
I'm bad with maps. Social studies was not
Yeah,
my
I don't
thing.
know either. I just wonder.
Since I moved back, I really
don't want to
gotta
end
get-
up in Canada.
Okay,
saying.
that's really all we need to know. I don't want to end
I
up in
don't want to
Canada
accidentally go to Canada.
or Dearborn.
No.
Okay, I'm trying to stay out of all that shit. So it's just so funny how they want to bring up all the big racist past of the freeway. Honey, it's a lot of big racist shit y'all could have got rid of. Let's just be real. This is for the people who live here now, who are tired of driving on that shit, and the people who, just like you put everything else. Like we said, we discussed Little Caesars Arena being put there. We fought for that, quote unquote. And ain't nobody in
burn
there
that
making
house
no
down?
livable. Well, they're making livable wages, but not with multiple children.
Did they burn that house down? Remember that house that got burned down?
The
they
house that
wasn't-
shall not be moved.
Yeah, the one that they wasn't selling. They burnt that down. Didn't
I'm
they?
pretty sure somebody else burnt that down. I'm pretty sure it had to be arson because
Sound like an inside job.
they will get you out of there if you don't want to get out of there. If you
Man.
don't want to take the money, they will get you out of there.
So if you live near 375 and they come knocking, please just give it up before they burn your shit down.
Before they burn your shit
But-
down, take the money, okay?
Please, I know it's dirty money, but take it because you could be left with nothing. Jeez Louise, it's a dirty game out here.
Some Detroiters are concerned about, and this is a white person actually talking, saying this. Oh, well, they made a lot of promises about a lot of different construction ventures downtown that they haven't really completed. So how do we know this is going to be completed? And that was in relation to this, and they're building a hotel near Little Caesars.
This sounds like if they started, they can't just.
It's very interesting how
we
they
would
do all
hope.
this for the city or the sake of Detroit, but when we go down to downtown Detroit, we don't feel that welcome. People, I feel like people,
Wow.
motherfuckers looking at me like, "Huh, what are you doing here?" What are
And
you
I'm
doing
looking-
here,
I'm
buddy?
looking at you the same way.
Right.
That's
it's-
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting.
Mm.
So
2047. Apple said we're gonna see it in 2047. That's hilarious.
the street gonna be crumbled by then if they don't start
They're
it.
gonna be filling it up with them Oreo cookie crumbs by then.
If they don't start it up,
Damn, I want some cookies now.
I'm starving
With
actually.
Mm.
Thank you all. Thank you all for coming in today. I do have one last thing to say. Find Barber D Woods. Find D Woods, the barber that went missing last
Yeah.
about 2-3 months ago. I don't know if you still have the visual for it. It's okay. I posted on my Facebook. Find D Woods. Got any information? Hit me up. And thank you all for listening and chiming in. Holla at a player. Thank you, Mark. See y'all at the Podathon this Saturday, the live podcasting for families, adults, and children. And we're going to have pop-up shops, stuff for the
R&B
kids,
acts,
R&B acts, poets.
Is it gonna be
comedians, food? Oh, we got we got barbecue. We got about 3 food trucks. The Cinnabon truck gonna be there. We got
Cinnabon?
6
Cinnabon.
Yep, Cinnabon truck gonna be there. Like 6 of the
Sound
food
good.
vendors.
I want one. Save me one.
I don't even want to tell y'all. Like we're gonna have all kind of shit there, man.
Well,
It's
you
gonna
gotta tell me if I'm coming.
be, well, you
Yeah.
gonna see if you get there. That's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
oh.
You gonna don't get there, you're gonna miss out. You're gonna see the video and be
Is
mad.
Cinnabon enough to bring me out?
Man, I love
Yep,
a
apparently.
Cinnabon.
I hope that's not the
Man.
same truck. The same Cinnabon truck that
I'm
pulled
gonna
off
start
on
making
me.
me some Cinnabons at home.
Yeah.
To hell with this.
Did you see a recipe on TikTok?
No, I didn't see that.
I'm gonna have to find one.
Good night, y'all. See y'all next week. Mwah.
We hungry? All right.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Marci Production.